Hey, Scott Hauk here. I've been able to manifest seven figures, $120,000 cash collected in a single day. Manifested my specific person, dream homes in New York, Los Angeles, and Miami, Florida. Cured an uncurable disease, worked with over 1,500 students by now, and a lot more other things. So I feel like I have some credibility in sharing with you today some master secrets of manifestation. Today, you and I would like to study a little different than my normal videos. We're going to be studying the Seth material. If you've never heard of it, The Nature of Personal Reality. It's a channeled text through Jane Roberts. So again, here's the book. If you want to buy it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, etc. We're just going to be going through chapter 1. Now, even if you don't have this version of the book, what I would suggest is you just listen into the few pages I'm going to talk about today. Just listen into it while you're doing some laundry, while you're cooking, while you're cleaning up, etc. And really hear the words, or study while you do it. Hear the words, write down some notes as we're going through. This book really helped me change a lot of my personal reality and all the results I just mentioned to you. So really, really important. There's really quick in this text, there's a lot of parentheses and italicized words because they're notes within the actual text. We're going to skip all that. We're going to go right to where the channel text Seth, the entity, comes through and actually gives some information. The living picture of the world grows within the mind. The world as it appears to you is like a three-dimensional painting in which each individual takes a hand. Each color, each line that appears within it has first been painted within a mind, and only then does it materialize without. In this case, however, the artists themselves are a portion of the painting and appear within it. There is no effect in the exterior world that does not spring from an inner source. There is no motion that does not first occur within the mind. The great creativity of consciousness is your heritage. It does not belong to mankind alone, however. Each living being possesses it, and the living world consists of spontaneous cooperation that exists between the smallest and the highest, the greatest and the lowly, between the atoms and the molecules and the conscious reasoning mind. All manner of insects, birds, and beasts cooperate in this venture, producing the natural environment. This is as normal and inevitable as the fact that you breathe. Your breath causes a mist to form on glass if you breathe upon it. All consciousness creates the world rising out of feeling tone. It is a natural product of what your consciousness is. Feelings and emotions emerge into reality in certain specific ways. Thoughts appear, growing on the bed already laid. The seasons spring up, formed by ancient feeling tones, having deep, abiding rhythms. They're the result, again, of innate creative aspects that are a portion of all life. These ancient aspects lie now deeply buried in the psyches of all species, and from them the individual patterns and specific blueprints for new differentiations emerge. The body of the earth can be said to have its own soul or mind, whichever term you prefer. Using this analogy, the mountains and oceans, the valleys and rivers, and all natural phenomena spring from the earth's soul, as all events and all manufactured objects appear from the inner mind or soul of mankind. The inner world of each man and woman is connected with the inner world of the earth. The spirit becomes flesh. Part of each individual soul, then, is intimately connected with what we will call the world soul, or the soul of the earth. The smallest blade of grass or flower is aware of its connection, and without reasoning comprehends its position, its uniqueness, and its source of vitality. The atoms and molecules that compose all objects, whether it be the body of a person, a table, a stone, or a frog, know the great passive thrust of creativity that lies beneath their own existence, and upon which their individuality floats, distinct, clear, and inaccessible. So, one thing that's really helped me manifest everything that I have currently and what I've done up until this point, even becoming a top 10 coach with Bob Proctor in the past, was really getting this idea that the first cause of everything is inside your own consciousness. So if you can shift your own consciousness, the effects in your world will change. Your happiness, your level of peace, the results, the sales, the clients, if you have a business, the income overall, whether you have a job or business. It first starts in the consciousness. And I really like how Seth brings out saying, all consciousness creates a world rising out of feeling tone. So you have a certain rhythm or momentum going on in your life right now, as they were talking about. So the world as you see it, the seasons, our rhythms, the rivers, the streams, the mountains, the earth are all in rhythm. So too are you at the micro level. You're at a certain rhythm. Maybe it's an undesired rhythm, something you don't necessarily enjoy. What I would suggest is that what's helped me and what I did was every day rebuild the consciousness to a more desired state. So how I did that and what I mean by that is we need to change the thoughts, feelings, and actions in your psyche. It's kind of like, think about baking a cake or cookies or brownies or whatever. If you change the ingredients, the outcome changes. So we need to change the ingredients inside the psyche. It's really hard to do it sometimes, so what I would focus on, what helped me a lot, was focus on one feeling you want to feel, abundance, for example, and find evidence of that feeling as much of your day as possible. So find evidence of abundance in breathing, in the colors outside, the green grass, the green trees, maybe the food you're eating, the abundance of hydration. Just find abundance everywhere and find maybe 20 or 30 pieces of evidence of abundance. And your consciousness will start to have a momentum of feeling that abundance more. It takes time and effort. And there's many days where I don't feel like it myself. But I think it's really important to realize sometimes that when we feel like doing things, it's not really us. It's just a momentum that we're in right now. There will be times that you do want to say, okay, I don't feel like I need to rest maybe. But most of the time, what I've witnessed from myself and my students is that it's just the old version of you that's actually activated right now. And you need to do the thing even if you don't feel like it. So in that place, then you can really start to shift your life and start to move forward. And I think that when you start rebuilding that consciousness and you really start making some effort towards it, it'll really start to change. And the last comment I want to say here in the preface, Seth says, the methods that I will outline demand concentration and effort. They will also challenge you and bring your life expansion and alterations of consciousness of a most rewarding nature. So Seth, even talks about in here, it's going to take concentration and effort. It's not a walk in the park sometimes. So you got to be disciplined, you got to be focused, and you got to really want the reward that comes with shifting your consciousness. So start with why, start with the motivation, start with why you're doing this in the first place. And I look forward to seeing you over in the next video where we go through more of the contents of this book and other books that are really valuable in shifting your overall transformation and consciousness to the next level. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, because then you get notified when I do put out other content like this. And I think it'll be of most importance to you to study every day, choose one of these videos, write down some notes, and really apply one or two things that you learned from the video today. Skyhawk signing off here. I'll see you in the next video.